I don't know the entire journey. I don't know the end destination I'm gonna go to. I just know the next step. And I slowly take next step after next step. And guess what? Each of these next steps is scary because it's in you. What is going on, guys? In today's video, we're gonna talk about the single piece of advice I would give myself if I could go back in time 5 years. The one thing I wish I would listen to, the one piece of advice I wish I would get. Let's get into it right now. What is that singular piece of advice that I would give? Find that thing that you are passionate about and aggressively pursue it. And what you might be thinking right now is, how do I find it? How do I find that thing I'm passionate about? And I will cover that in this video. And the reason why I think this is so important is because ultimately everything comes back to our energy. How good do we feel? When I first had my e-commerce business back in my late 20s, I think we were 6 months into the business. We made $150,000 that month, and it was awesome. We made a bunch of money. Me and my business partner were like, dude, we made $6,000 today. This is incredible. But I didn't really feel that good. Because one of the things you realize when you're making a lot of money is that you can't go and do a bunch of stuff because everyone else is working, right? Everyone else still has stuff to do. So no matter how much money you make, you're still going to be spending time working during the day. And even if you have all the free time, like I had in Brazil after I sold my business, you're still waiting for other people to do stuff, to go on dates, to go surfing with friends, to go to jiu-jitsu class, whatever it is, you get bored with that. And so what ultimately is the most important thing is finding the activities you can do that give you energy, that make you feel good, right? When you get done with a really good workout and you come out and you just feel powerful, you feel amazing, or you go on an amazing date and it goes well and you come out of that and you feel incredible, you feel like a rock star, right? You're just like, man, I'm the man. I would say go find that thing that makes you feel that way. For me, my coaching calls does that. For whatever reason, ever since I was a young kid, I always wanted to coach and help people. I'm finally in what I like to call my zone of genius. And because I'm in my zone of genius, I put $1 into the machine, into my business, and energetically I get $10 back. I put my time and my effort in, I'm getting off my calls and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling in my power. I'm feeling motivated and driven to go do more things in life. Where in my previous business, at a marketing agency, right, I put $1 in and most of the time I felt like I was getting 75 cents back energetically. I wasn't getting the investment I put in. I was tired because I wasn't in my zone of genius. I wasn't actually doing the thing that I most love and the thing that I have the best abilities at. And ultimately, that is what you want to find. Because when you step into this frequency of doing what you love, being in your zone of genius, being in your power, you are sitting there and reflecting back to yourself that I am great, I'm amazing at this thing, and I'm getting better and better, and I love the journey of improving my skill set and seeing my growth. That is what we love as human beings, that journey. And so doing it with something that we're naturally talented at makes us feel incredible. And so that impacts my energy when I go out of the house, that impacts my energy on dates, that impacts my energy in my entire life, because I am not telling myself all day long I have to do something I don't like to do. And that is why this is the one piece of advice I would give, because it changes everything. There's 3 circles I typically draw with my clients that are in the path. And it's, what is the one activity you can do to improve your results with wealth, with women, and with your confidence in the world? The single activity that you can do to improve your results with all of those different spheres is actually being focused and working on your path. Because ultimately, if you're giving your gifts, if you're in your zone of genius, you're going to invest more time. You're going to be more motivated to continue to learn. So you're going to get better and better, and money always follows value. So if you're getting better and better at your craft, money is always going to follow that value. Meaning the more valuable you are, the more money you'll receive. Also, the more you work in your zone of genius, the more you're going to feel confident about yourself. The more you're going to love what you do. Women are attracted to passion, and women are attracted to men who are clear on their path. So therefore, by being on your path, by finding that thing you're passionate about, it's going to improve your results with women. And then by being in your zone of genius, you're going to feel good about yourself. If I had to do math all day long, math is not a strong suit of myself, I'm going to end each of my days feeling a little bit lower about myself, feeling a little less in my power, a little less in my strength. And so that is why I call my company The Path. That is why I'm such a big advocate for men being on their path, is because this is the most important thing you can do to change your frequency, to change the love for life you have, to change the energy you operate in the world with, it's by actually being on your path. So this is what I found in my own journey. This is what I found in the journey of my clients as well. And I'm telling you this because I walked this path. How do you find this path for yourself? The big thing that everyone thinks is that one day it's going to arrive. One day they're going to be sitting there at their desk, or one day they're going to be meditating in their bed, and boom, this idea is going to land in their lap. And that's a fallacy. That's just not real. The reality is that all of us can find this path. And the way to find this path is by taking the very next step. Saying, I think my passionate work is in this field. I think it's in this category. It has something to do with art and engineering, right? It has something to do with these two fields. How do you start to find your passion? You take the first step. What is the very first thing that I can do that combines art and engineering? And then let me do that. Let me face that fear. Let me step into it. I don't know the entire journey. I don't know the end destination I'm going to go to. I just know the next step. And I slowly take next step after next step. And guess what? Each of these next steps is scary because it's in your zone of genius. It's in that thing you want to do. So every one of those, you're going to feel this major resistance because your heart is on the line. You care about this. You want to do well at this. But every time you take those steps, each step, you see more of the path. More of the path becomes clear. More of the path illuminates to you. It opens up. And this is how you start to find your passionate work. This is difficult, right? It is hard to be able to find this. It's hard to be able to stay consistent in this and be pushed in this because it is the thing closest to your heart. And that is why so many people, and so many men especially, they say, I'm going to make the money first and then I'm going to go find the thing I'm passionate about. But they're really just procrastinating. This is called progressive procrastination. I feel like I'm doing something. I feel like I'm being busy, but ultimately I'm just procrastinating on the thing that I should most be doing. So that is how you start to find your path, is you take the first step and you put people around you that can help support you on that, because ultimately it's going to be freaking scary to step into that. It's going to be scary to start to walk that life. And that is why I've created the community I've created, The Path. It is for that. It's helping men find that passionate path and having the support and the people who can call them out because they've done it themselves and say, dude, you're scared. Dude, take action. I know, stop planning, get out of your head, listen to your heart, take the next action. That is what you need to do to be able to find that passionate path. And this is the one piece of advice I would give myself if I can go back in time. There's nothing else I would say other than aggressively start to go for your passions. Find that thing that you most love, because ultimately at the end of that road is better confidence, better women, and better money. That's all I have for today. If you guys are not in the Path community, join it below, hit the link below, and I will see you on the next video. Much love to all of you. Ciao.